So learn the BRRRRS method, because as you alluded to, if you do the BRRRRS method, you can wholesale, you can flip, and you can do the BRRRRS. It covers all of them.
Yep.
And some initial steps are money and deals. That's
money
what
and
you keep
deal
it that
flow.
simple. So if you're like, what do I focus on? You focus on. Hello and welcome to the FasterFreedom Show. My name is
Sam.
And your name is
Lucas.
That was a great intro. Glad you're here. Sorry we're weird. Just deal with it. We have a really fun episode today. We are going to talk about how to invest with a full-time job. You and I invested for about 3 to 4 years with full-time jobs, and we were able to do quite a bit. I think the last year before we quit our full-time jobs, we did about 20, 25 rehabs.
Yeah, we did.
So we're able to prioritize and figure out how to do it. And in this episode, we're going to kind of go back in time a little bit and give you some things we did, some things we should have done to help you invest in real estate fully in your limited spare time. How's that for an intro?
I love it. Some things we did right, some things we did wrong, and hopefully you can learn from our mistakes and not get fired.
So anyways, that's what we got. All right, let's talk about time. Let's talk about how to segment into time. I talked about this a little bit, but prioritization and planning of your time, and just prioritizing your time on the right things. Like, you're gonna, like anything else, be inefficient, especially without guidance. Wink, wink, wink. You're gonna be inefficient with your time at first, and no matter what you're doing, if you don't know how to do it, whether it's golfing or landscaping or whatever it is,
you're not gonna be doing the right things.
Correct. But you will learn it eventually, but it's just very inefficient.
Yeah, golfing wise, if you spend time golfing, you're probably gonna go out and hit a whole bunch of 240-yard drives and just keep swinging as hard as you can. But if you get a coach,
I would like that. I'd be happy with 240, just so you know.
Yeah, and it's fun hitting bombs, but
more likely 180.
To get better at golfing, there's probably drills and techniques and short game you need to work on, so that coach can provide you with those specific avenues so you don't waste time.
Hey, you struggle on this, so here's some drills to get better at this. Okay, we got that. Each, kind of like real estate, golf, everybody's game and swing's different. Everybody's path in real estate is different. So having that coach to kind of point and direct you, again, we're not going to make this whole pitch for our program, but having that makes a huge difference.
Yeah, understanding, a little bit of understanding of what to learn first, because you build that foundation, then everything is easier after that. But if you try to go after all these crazy ideas first and then work your way back, it's going to be a mess.
Yeah, you could watch a couple YouTube videos and go to the range 3-4 times a week, and you will get better.
Yeah.
But like, it's a lot of work and probably not doing it the right way. So like prioritization and planning of your time, creating lists, putting schedules, planners, like kind of blocking off that time, I think can make a big difference, which is the next one with time blocking. But just getting efficient with that time, I think, is huge.
Yeah, super simple. Like, I used to get a little overly complicated on like to-do lists and what that looks like for me and digital and all that. And since then, I've gone back to just good old pen and paper and take 15 minutes at the beginning of each day or at the end of the day to plan your next day. Will help you be very, very efficient and not allow distractions to get in the way.
Yes, you used my Remarkable and you stopped using it.
Yeah, it crashed. I lost all my notes. Like, I couldn't
Why did you do that?
I didn't do it.
I think that was like $500 or $600. I just gave it to you. Wow, I'm a good friend.
So then I went back to good old pen and paper. On your to-do list, here's something that I learned on those, and this is a simple thing. Like, get very specific on certain tasks, not have like projects on your to-do list, because then you'll keep pushing that bigger project off and off and off, because you look at it, you're like, shit, I'm not gonna have enough time for that. So of that project, what needs to get done today, like the actual items that'll push that project forward. Yeah,
I like it. And we called it, what did we start calling, like a success list? Like, to-do list, in my opinion, shouldn't be like drive to work,
check your email,
go pee. It should be like things that like move the needle and help you be success. Yes, help you be success. So like when you're checking something off the list, it's slightly moving the needle.
Absolutely.
Like, one thing's probably not going to move
100%.
it too much. So Lucas, so we're prioritizing it, we're time blocking. How can we take advantage of that time, those 2 or 3 hours a day, or however much you can carve aside? What are some tactics for people to be efficient with that time? Because I can spend 5 hours learning or doing something and I'm inefficient. You can spend 45 minutes and get more done. It's all about what you do in that time when you're in the zone.
For sure. So figuring out what time. Willpower is not always on will call, or never on will call. So you have to put yourself in an environment where those distractions don't take place. And so that's why I like in the morning, because there's less distractions. No one's really emailing you at that time. Maybe your family's not up at that time. Or in the evening, no one's really emailing you. Your family's asleep. No distractions. You go all in. Lunch is a little more challenging. You got to figure out a nice quiet space for you to go, whether it's your car, whether it's a coffee shop. Maybe you can have a little conference room in your office, in your day job. Make sure you have that environment right so you can execute all the things above.
Yeah, and something I was thinking as you were saying all that, this is like hard. Like we're talking about creating wealth outside of the norms in your W-2 job. Like you're having to get up early or stay up later. Like we can help you be efficient, but you can't cut out the hard work. You still have to do it. You still have to efficiently get 10 hours into 6, whatever it looks like. You still have to set the time aside and do it. You're not going to be able to just take 10 minutes a day and create wealth.
There's going to be some sacrifices,
Yes.
right? Maybe you don't sleep until 7 or 8 every day now. Maybe you don't get to go out to lunch with everybody else in your office. Maybe you don't get to watch 6 episodes of your favorite show at night. You know what I mean?
Bridgerton
Is it
right now.
good?
I don't know, but I just always talk about it. Corey loves it.
Yeah. It just doesn't look like it would draw me in, but
No, I
I
don't
should
think
probably
try it.
I don't know.
Probably not. No.
Okay. So you just got to make some sacrifices in those times that we talked about.
Yeah, and it's just, you got to give a little bit here or there. Like I did a quote out there that I've seen somewhere else that I just switched up a little bit, that it's true and people loved it. It was hard now, easy later, or easy now, hard later. So if you want to just kind of take it easy and not prioritize and sacrifice and do all that, that's great. You're probably going to be working until you're 60, 65, and that's not the end of the world. It probably will kind of suck when you're 61 and 62. Some of your friends are retired, some aren't. You have to get up and go. Like that's not like hard compared to some of the world, but that is harder. Or you can sacrifice a little bit now and set things aside and maybe retire in your 50s and have fun and enjoy, be a little bit healthier, and be the one that everybody So you're not going to just be able to easy or hopefully it doesn't go hard, but you just got to switch. Do you want to have fun and easy now and have it work longer, or do you want to sacrifice now and work later?
And then just getting into more actionable steps, I would say I like to just follow the BRRRR's strategy, because it is.
What does the BRRRR strategy stand for?
Chronological.
We should probably do an episode on that. Just
buy, rehab, rent, refinance, and scale.
So hold on. So what is it? Buy, rehab, rent, refinance, and scale.
That is correct. So that is in chronological order of what you should focus on. Okay? Before the first B, before buy, there are some foundational things that you should do. You have to figure out a way to get people to lend you money. So money to me is number one. Before you could probably analyze some deals, but you're not going to be able to make any offers on deals if you don't have the money lined up. So reach out to your local hard money lenders, Google hard money lenders near me. And then start talking to people that might be interested in investing in you in your real estate journey, and they can get a return on their investment. So it's lining up the money, it's the education, it's mindset, it's the foundation, and maybe like entity structure if you want to create an LLC, and that is the foundation. Those are some really actionable steps that you can take right there, and then just go through the BRRRRs. Like if you want to buy a house, what do you have to do? You have to talk to real estate agents, you got to talk to wholesalers, you got to get people sending you deals so you can analyze those deals and get good at that. You'll get to a point where you're comfortable enough making an offer, and then just follow the rest of the BRRRRs from there. Because most people get caught up in the how do I rehab it? How do I rent it out? How do I refinance? Like, we'll figure that part out as we go. You get a deal under contract, you got 3-4 weeks to line up contractors. I guarantee you'll figure it.
Especially if you could join those meetups. Yes, for sure. So find the deals, find the money, and you can kind of do them at the both time. And what is your answer to somebody say, hard money lender needs experience, or they need cash that I don't have, and a private money lender wants me to have done a deal before they give me money? What would you say to that person? Because I get that one a lot, and I have an answer, but I want to know your answer.
I think there's a couple different answers. How we got around that a little bit is just like, we took a deal and we presented deals over and over to a certain individual. Like, hey, this is a real deal. If you lent on this, this would be what it would look like. And you just spell out all the terms, all the return that they're going to get, what it's going to be worth, what it's going to rent for. Maybe they'll do that deal, maybe they won't. And then I think this is why the community is so big. You got to lean on other investors for 2 ways, I think. What is a deal that they did and the return that their private lender got on that deal, and bring them in on a meeting with a potential private lender that you have. Be like, look at this is what we did. That's a real life example. And then if that still doesn't win that private lender over, you can figure out some sort of partnership or structure with that investor to do the deal together. So there is some history and some credibility there.
Thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Make sure to hit that like button, comment with something you learned, and make sure to subscribe to this channel. We give away more free advice on how to create wealth based on things we actually do every single day than any other channel on YouTube. Make sure to share this with a friend, because our mission is to inspire you to think differently about freedom.